Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first video of Contest 2. So first of all, congratulations for making it through Contest 1. And for elementary students, this is your Contest 2 video. And for junior students, this is topic 1 of Contest 2. So today, we'll be learning about prefix, infix, and postfix. So let's start out with what even are prefix, infix, and postfix notations? Well, usually we use infix notations in our everyday life, in normal math. For example, 3 plus 4 times 5 minus 2 is an infix expression. A way to remember this is that the operators, such as exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, are in between two different numbers. So the answer to this is 15 because of the order of operations, sometimes known as PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. First, you do things in the parentheses, then you do exponents, then you multiply and divide from left to right, then you add and subtract from left to right. That's the order of operations. Now, if you didn't know this order of operations and tried to solve it from left to right, so for example, the problem 3 plus 2 times 4, if you didn't know the order of operations and tried to do it from left to right, you would get 5 times 4, which is 20. However, the answer to this problem is 11, not 20, right? So it's important that you pay attention to the order of operations. But this is difficult to a computer because there are just so many ways to solve this problem. And if you mess up on the order of operations, then you get it wrong. That's why prefix and postfix expressions were invented, because prefix and postfix expressions only have one way to solve the problems. There is no order of operations. There is only one way or like one answer you can get. And that's why it's easier for computers to solve these types of problems. So for very early computers, very early calculators, they use prefix and postfix. So yeah, this is just an example of what would happen to your computer, right? If they try to, solve this from left to right and then from right to left, it's just too many ways to solve an infix expression, but there's only one right answer. Okay. Just a quick note about mathematical expressions. We'll only be using the following operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponents. Exponents, in the past, they were only by 1 or 2. For elementary students, exponents used to be by only 1 or 2, but now I think for elementary, they can be by 3 now. Everybody's getting more advanced these days. And then for junior students, for junior students, you can have exponents of, basically any power and division of by any number. Just a quick note. Okay. Okay. So some more history on prefix and postfix, right? Postfix, some of the first scientific calculators, such as these ones, they use postfix notation. And postfix is sometimes known as reverse Polish notation. And as we said before, it's super easy to evaluate expressions because there is no order of operations. There's only one right answer. So how do we evaluate prefix and postfix expressions? For postfix, you go from left to right, and when you find an operator, such as exponent, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, you do that operation on the two numbers before it. And for prefix, when you get to an operator, you do that operation on the two numbers after it. And of course, these are given that there are two numbers directly before the operator for postfix or two numbers directly after the operator for prefix. So let's work through some practice problems together. Let's do this one. So evaluate this prefix expression. You have plus, minus, times 7, 3 divided by, division, 6, 2, power 4, 2. Now, we know in prefix, it's you go from left to right. And when you get to an operator, you do the two numbers directly after it, given that there are two numbers directly after it. So plus, does plus have two numbers directly after it? No. Does minus? It does not. But multiplication does, right? So you do this in the first step. I like to put it around parentheses. This slash, aka division, does it have two numbers directly after it? Yes, it does. So you do this. And what about this caret or this exponent sign? It has two numbers directly after it. So in this case, we can rewrite the expression and prefix. Oh, I think I might have forgotten to go over this. Prefix has the operator before the two numbers. Pre means before, right? So basically, times 7, 3 is basically just 7 times 3. So times 7, 3 is 21. And prefix is the operator before the numbers. So divided 6, 2 is just 6 divided by 2, which is 3. And power 4, 2 is 16. Now you just keep going, right? So you repeat the same steps. Does plus have two numbers directly after it? Nope. Does minus? Yes, it does. So we rewrite the equation again. Plus 18, 16. Now does plus have two numbers directly after it? Yes, it does. And then our final answer, plus 18, 16 is 34. Yes, 18 plus 16. Great. Now let's do postfix. Postfix has the expression after the numbers because post means after. So for postfix, we go from left to right, and when we find an operator, we do the operation on the two numbers before it. So 7, 3 times. We found an operator. Does it have two numbers before it? Yes, it does. 7 and 3, right? So 7, 3 times. How about how about division? Does it have two numbers right before it? Yes, it does. Does this minus have two numbers right before it? No, it does not. Does this exponent sign have two numbers right before it? Yes, it does. Does this plus sign? No, it does not have two numbers right before it. Now we do this out. We have 21, and we rewrite the equation with our new numbers. 3 minus 16 plus. And then again, this minus has two numbers directly in front of it. So 18, 16 plus. This plus has two numbers right before it. And 18 plus 16 is, again, 34. Okay. Now, let's have you do some practice problems on your own. So feel free to pause the video, and when you get stuck or when you're finished, you can unpause and we'll do it together. Okay, so now I'm going to reveal the answers and the steps. So basically, you just go from left to right. Are there two numbers right after the operator? Yes, there are. And if you want to, you can also, when you do this, you can put the operator inside, sorry, in between the two numbers, but I don't really like to do that. So we can actually skip this step, but anyways. Yeah, here are basically the steps, right? When you come across an operator, two numbers right after it, and then you keep doing those steps until the end. Postfix, basically the same thing, right? Operator, two numbers right before it. And cool. Okay. Seems like the order of my slides were a bit wrong. Anyways, kind of as a, I guess at this point it's a review. Um, let's see. Okay, okay. So I guess that this is a review at this point. So prefix places each operator before the operands. Operands are either numbers or things in parentheses. And then postfix has the operators after. Yeah, so this is mostly about conversion. So we'll actually get into converting between infix, prefix, and postfix in the next video. So yeah, that's the end of this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.